Hey, whether you're catering or you're doing competition barbecue, you're going to love our 8.5 by 25 open porch barbecue trailer. So since this is the serving side of the trailer, we try to keep this side very clean and clear of different cords and plumbing and such that we'll talk about later on. So you've got two motor base plugs here. That's what those are called. So this is actually what powers the trailer. We give you these electrical cords. It's got a twist lock. You plug one end into the motor base plug here and the other end into your power source. Now we've broken these up. We've got two breaker boxes and we'll discuss those later on. You've got a 24-inch stone guard here. There's a nice 3-inch lower trim on the outside that runs down the side of the trailer. Screwless exterior, so of course, since you're going to events or competitions, you want the exterior to look very clean and nice, especially if you're putting graphics, which so many customers do. So down on the business side of the trailer, you've got your serving window. So this is a 6-foot by 4-foot serving window, customizable glass and screen. So if you have a different size in mind, or if you have a different glass configuration on how you want to operate and serve to your customers, we can do that as well. So you have different choices available. It's all included in the same price with the glass and screens. Here we're showing a center pane that stays stationary, and this pane here, as well as this one, slide from the bottom up to this point here. So you could, in this case, have a line ordering here and a pickup window here. Now if you'd want two serving windows on the side, or what a lot of customers do is they'll put one on this side, one on the other side, that's certainly something we can put together for you. So there is a nice serving shelf on the outside. So this is a 6-foot long by 12-inch deep aluminum countertop. It just slides into a bracket that's mounted outside the trailer, and you can see that there's a safety mechanism here that just supports that shelf. There's one here, and there normally would be one here, but just for example purposes, I just showed the one. You've got torsion axles. We've added aluminum wheels. Now what we did here is we've upgraded to a 6,000-pound axle. So knowing that the trailer can be fairly heavy, and when you start adding smokers on the porch and different cooking equipment on the inside, the trailer could be fairly heavy. So we go with a 6,000-pound axle. It gives you a total capacity of 12,000 pounds minus the weight of the trailer. That'll give you. So one question you might have is, okay, how do I mount my smoker or my cooker to the porch area of this trailer? And we've solved that riddle by adding a removable porch. So they're just these brackets that are mounted, and you can just simply take this railing off and mount your smoker or your cooker to the porch floor. Now it's an open porch. It's available in different sizes, so if you need a 6, 7, 8, 9-foot porch, we can certainly do that as well. Okay, so more necessary upgrades versus the competition out there. So what you'll usually see is just an aluminum diamond plate porch area, and it's got a plywood or an Advantech or a treated floor underlay. And the problem with that idea is that aluminum tread plate has seams, so water can actually get into those seams, and it hides between the aluminum tread plate and the plywood floor, and it just causes rot. So what I did to eliminate that is I upgraded just the porch into a steel diamond plate porch floor. So this is all solid steel. You can bolt right to it. It does make the trailer heavy, but in this case it actually offsets some of the tongue weight since we've got the plumbing in the front of the trailer. So that's a good thing here. Now on this side of the trailer we've added a step. So there is a step here, and there's a space between the railing which you can walk to and from. So more on the porch area. Now what you'll see in a lot of competition, it just blows my mind when I see these things, is you'll just see open fluorescent lights or just standard fluorescent lights. This is actually a weather sealed, water resistant, or almost waterproof light housing because it's open to the elements, so you want to make sure this is all secured. Another thing that drives me crazy is you'll see a lot of these receptacles on the porch area that are also just exposed to the elements, just a standard GFI, but the plugs are exposed. We always make sure we put covers here to protect those. Now you've got a RV style door. It's got a nice smoke glass window here. You can't see through it, but does it let in nice sunlight? Okay, so here's that screen door that I just showed you. You actually couldn't even see so from the angle, but here's the screen door. It just opens up and it gives you nice ventilation if you're at an event or you're cooking, and you've got this porch area you can walk to and from into your kitchen or serving area. So walking into the kitchen, first thing you're going to see is you've got this bay of cabinetry, countertop space, and serving window here. So first we'll talk about these cabinets here. Now you've got nice countertop space available You've got some plug-ins here and here, as well as a switch panel that operate your lights and also your 12-volt dome lights that come with the trailer. So underneath here, your cabinetry, you've got just nice storage, open space on the inside of here. And we've also added a drawer insert here. So all these drawers will come out. You can put your utensils and whatever you need to in these drawers, which are very accessible and right near the porch area or the barbecue area. You've got a nice overhead shelf as well that runs from here all the way down to the sinks and just more storage areas. So napkins, cups, paper plates, that sort of thing can all be stored right there. So the serving window is, well, it's your serving window, it's your serving area. So you've got a nice interior countertop here. You can actually put a cash register down on this end and plug it into this receptacle that's right next to it. And you can kind of see how these windows operate. Now the glass and screens actually come with screens, but they're interchangeable. So you can take the glass out, put the screens in if it's a nice cool day, give you very nice ventilation. If it's a very warm day, you can just keep the glass in and just crank up the AC. So your sink area, so you've got a space between the other cabinets and the sinks. Now you can put a refrigerator or freezer in this area right here. You've got two receptacles as well. Now it's important to note that underneath the sinks, there's not a lot of storage. There's a nice compartment here, which gives you ample storage on this side. But as we move underneath the sinks here, you can see there's a freshwater tank, the gray water tank, water pump, 6-gallon water heater mounted here. Now we always go 15% larger on the gray tank than we do on the freshwater tank. But if your locality or your health department has a specific requirement, simply let us know and we can accommodate that. Now, another mistake I see in a lot of barbecue trailers is that the sinks just aren't big enough. So you've got these big barbecue pans, they need to go into a big basin, and a lot of the sinks are just 12-inch by 12-inch or 10-inch by 10-inch. And we went with extra large sinks, which are an upgrade. And you've got a separate hand wash sink you can kind of see here. So you've got ample space to put your pans into these sinks here. Overhead cabinets, now it's just an aluminum overhead cabinet, just more storage space. You can see that door actually clears the light there. And we've got fluorescent lights throughout and an air conditioning unit as well. Now here's the area on the passenger side of the trailer between the sink package and the serving window. So you've got two receptacles here, and I'll point out that we've got vinyl walls, vinyl ceiling, and a gray marble linoleum flooring. It's the least expensive accessories that we have in this case. We can upgrade this to diamond plate or rubber coin flooring, aluminum walls, aluminum ceiling, you name it, we can certainly do it. You can also insulate the walls, insulate the ceiling if you're in a climate where it gets very hot or very cold, or both. But that's certainly something we can do as well. Now on the opposite side of the serving area, we have all of our equipment. So we've got our water intakes here. There's a gravity fill and a continuous feed water fill here. And you've also got your dump valve. So in order to empty out the gray water tank that's mounted underneath the trailer here, you just simply open up this valve and the water comes right out. Now also on the opposite side of the serving area, in the V-nose wall, we've got an extra door. So you couldn't see that from the serving area, which is perfect. And you've got an RV door latch with a bar lock attached to it as well. You just open this up and there's a nice storage area here. You can put a mop sink in here. You've got your just a fluorescent light and a 12-volt dome light as well. The flooring is finished. Here are your electrical cords. So you just simply take this twist lock end, plug it into that motor base plug, and you've got your other end here. Now, you've got different adapters available. So here's your 4-prong, and you can adapt down to just your standard house 110-volt extension cord here. Now, the reason that we separate the breaker boxes is really to reserve or save on your electrical resources. So you've got two 50-amp breaker boxes. We've split up some of the receptacles on one box, and we split up everything else on the other. So the lights, the air conditioner, and a couple of the receptacles are all in one box dedicated to that. So to conserve the energy for that one breaker box, we add two and separate them out. So also opposite of the serving area, and you can probably see there's a pattern here. So we keep the serving area clean, and the other side of the trailer, this is where we have all of our components, our operating areas, and we're coming and going from the trailer here. So we've got a nice step that allows you access into the porch area.